So I'm not going to talk lots today because I have a feeling that wind noise is going to blow everything out. But I've been advised that if I walk the 2 miles down to literally the next town, that due to the negative tide action we have right now, that I will be able to enter the Lost Boy Caves. I don't know anything more than that. That's the level of planning that suits my lifestyle. Let's get to it. I like it when creeks meet oceans. It's cool. See, if I saw these houses in Portland, I would think they were cool. There you are, look at you. And this one, got water in my shoes. This one is not cool. It's all stripy. Wet sand, man. I think it's pretty good for my blister. Check it out, rocks. Gross. It's kind of washed up there like algae. Oh shit, what went down? I'm driving everybody crazy now. I point the camera the other direction. Yeah, there you go. There's caves out there. Is that a cave I'm headed for? So I can see, and whatever that is, it has a sign on it. And I think maybe that's insufficiently questpunk. That's it? Just falling rock? How many rocks fell in there?
Pardon?
How many rocks fell in there?
Oh, I don't know.
Like, if a rock's gonna fall in there, I want to see it.
I think they did.
Pardon me.
There's a few on the ground.
Alright. Well, this is just how you're supposed to get to the other side of the... Yeah. Okay. This is just... Don't get me wrong, this is cool. Is this a... No. Totally looks like it goes someplace else, but it doesn't. Alright. Alright, well that was a less managed experience than I feared, but I still want to check out that other shit. So peak negative tides were a little before I got out of bed. My bad on that one. So I don't have much time. Tide's coming back in. I don't want to get marooned or injured. I'm mainly doing this to up the dramatic tension here. Let's check this out. Oh. Oh, that's not cool. Oh. Oh yeah, it is. All right. Yeah. This is sufficiently questpunk. This is hard to do with 3 legs. Sorry, muscle guys. Ah. How much more of a... All right. I don't know if you can see any of this. Can I turn on my flashlight while I take video? I don't know. No, it shuts back off. That sucks. I'm creating shadows here. Alright. Well, you can see the layout. The vague threateningness of a bunch of little muscle guys. Okay. And then my phone died, and I had to come back. Well, I didn't have to come back. I went through the pedestrian cave again. I went around the corner to see if there was anything cool there. There wasn't. I came back. I got my miles in. Charging the phone now. I'm going to spend my afternoon reading. That is one of the main tasks I have set myself for this trip. I had the thought, walking back here, now that there isn't anyone to talk to, I kept planning, shooting this when I got back, and I kept planning what I was going to say, and I had the thought, how do you know you have a self if you're not making words? Or at least taking words in? So, yeah. But I'm also not doing this trip to, beat myself into self-improvement submission. So I'm just reading what for me is kind of a guilty pleasure, which is Jonathan Letham's book, The Ecstasy of Influence. It's got a lot of kind of literary inside baseball in it, but also a lot of stuff about his position in science fiction and his old position as a used bookstore clerk, and therefore all of the conflicted feelings he has about literature even being the thing that it is. And I suspect myself of trying to live out my fantasy other life that I might have had as a famous writer or something by liking this book. But the truth is, what sold me on this was in the introduction, and I'm going to read it to you. It turns out I can't help being the self-conscious kind of artist, one who pits himself compulsively against bogus valorizing of notions of originality, authenticity, or naturalism in the arts. This is where a certain political implication comes out of hiding, and it's a political implication very dear to me. For if we consent that what appears natural in art is actually constructed from a series of hidden postures, decisions, and influences, etc., we make ourselves eligible to weigh the notion that what's taken as natural in our experience of everyday life could actually be a construction as well. That's to say, if we pass time getting dreamy by reading stories about things that didn't really happen, set in worlds that aren't precisely our own, while acknowledging that such self-into-elsewhere dreams are enacted by conscious means, by acts of intention and craft on the part of the readers as well as by the writers, it might suggest an analogous getting from here to there process, from this world to a different one. So I'm doing my own getting from here to there, of course, from one self to a different self, from this world to the underworld, mythologically speaking. And there is no small amount of artifice and self-consciousness involved. And more's coming. I have not yet begun to midlife crisis, believe me. But it's nice to have somebody to talk to. And tomorrow we go to Cape Lookout State Park for a nice conventional forested trail of exactly 2.4 miles and unknown elevation change. See you then.